ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Puck and Stuff podcast. That's B-Dog, I am T-Dog, welcome back, yeah, buttes. Alright, today we got ourselves a top 10 NHL defenseman tier list going on for you, based off of the NHL's article of their top 20 defensemen. We're gonna see if we are... What's the word? If we're correct. I think I'm correct. He thinks he's correct. But you guys probably don't think we're correct.
Hey, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, right? And this episode is sponsored by, nice Chicago jersey. Oh, nice Rangers. Nice.
Oh, cool.
Jonathan Huberdeau?
Jonathan Hockey.
Oh, right. Jonathan Hockey.
Jonathan.
But hey, a man can dream.
A man can dream.
Oh, those get better every time.
So how it's going to work is pretty simple. We've already done this before. It's the same thing. We got the tier list going for the top 10. So we pick the players from the top 10. We just kind of re-list it into what we think should be the correct list. And then we explain why. And then you guys laugh at us or hate us. And then tell us in the comment section. So you ready?
Yeah, I'm pretty ready. Obviously, we go off of what we went with wingers and centers. 10-9, 8-7, 6-4, 2-3, and number 1. And you guys will see the screen right now. We'll either be in the corner or above us, or I'll figure it out in editing, blah, 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 blah. Hey, T-Dog, what about you pull up the top 20 defensemen? We'll quickly go through the 20, and then we'll go through 10.
All right, you guys ready? Okay, go. So, number 20. Weird that it says Carolina Hurricanes. I mean, I know why, but Brett Burns.
Brett Burnsy.
Explained because he had 82 games this season, 54 points there. What was his plus minus? Time when I was 26.09 on average, not bad at all. 20. Okay, so he still sticks on there, even with being on a team that's not competing per se. They want that Bedard. Well, I guess now he's not on the team, but they want Bedard, that's for sure.
That is for sure.
Alex Pietrangelo is number 19 of the Vegas Golden Knights. Then, Rasmus Dahlin of the Buffalo Sabres. I think he's becoming pretty underrated at this point.
Very.
Number 17 is Drew Doughty of the LA Kings.
Bit high.
Number 16, Zach Werenski. Shea Theodore, number 15 of the Vegas Golden Knights. Morgan Riley, number 14 on the Toronto Maple Leafs. This one I disagree with. Jacob Slavin of the Carolina Hurricanes, number 13. I really do think he could be much higher. I really think he is. I think his game is solid. But I guess it's up to the beholder. Quinn Hughes, number 12. I mean, hey, man, he could easily make it. He could be higher. It's possible.
He could.
And then Moritz Seider, number 11. So, going to the top 10 now. Any of those ones stick out to you?
Drew Doughty's a bit low on this list. A lot lower. I don't think he should be at 17. I would say even 20. Brett Burns kind of deserves it. He's been a top 20 defenseman ever since he possibly got into this league. So I respect them still keeping him in the top 20 at least. Moritz Seider totally deserves just to be outside the top 10. Great season from him. Quinn Hughes right behind him. I think it's well deserved. Both young, talented defensemen coming into the league and killing it already, and I'm really excited for them to develop, and I could see them as top 10 players. I really could. But hey, T-Dog, why don't you're doing it's so great so far. Why don't you start us off with number 10?
Cool. Okay, so for me, my number 10, it's going to be Devon Toews.
Wow.
No, as underrated and as much praise I give him, I put him at number 10, but I really do think he is. And the fact that he's top 10 is phenomenal, right? Islanders do like to have good defensemen and then ship them off, apparently.
that is very true, actually.
I love Devon Toews, and I really do think his pairing with Makar is just phenomenal. Toews is just solid, and especially for what he's being paid, and I mean, in the sense of star-esque, he's not at that star level, right? That's of notoriety and stuff, but he gets the job done, and honestly, there's a reason, again, why the Avs won the Cup and why they're so damn good and stacked. Because they get players like Devon Toews, right, who isn't well known. But man, can he hold down that fort, right, at the blue line. It's crazy. But it's well-deserved, and he deserves that Cup.
You know what? I completely respect it. He is sadly not my number 10. I think I have him much lower on this list, actually. I got to give some respect to him.
I appreciate it, though. Yeah. I really do, because I say it as if it's me. That's so weird. But, like,
respect was given. It's okay.
Thank you.
But actually, do I go on to my number 10?
Yeah, just go to yours.
So at number 10 for me, I have Mikko Heiskanen. He played 70 games last season. He put up 36 points, 31 assists, 5 goals, and a plus-minus of 3. Not a great, again, very young player, has a lot of potential in this league and very talented with Dallas Stars, but I think it was a little bit of a dip season for him, what I was expecting. Still, lots of potential with this defenseman, but compared to what I saw with the rest on this list, he has to be number 10, and yeah, I'm going to stick with that.
Oh, that's fair, okay.
What did the NHL have at 10?
Number 10 had Miro Heiskanen. So you were correct on that one.
I mean,
well, I guess you looked at it already and picked it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of had to agree with him on that one.
My number 9 was actually Miro Heiskanen, so I'll get into that.
All right. So I'll put
Heiskanen, a bit of an off season in my opinion. Especially in that playoffs, I didn't see much. Okay, I had him in fantasy. I'm a little disappointed. Maybe that's why I have Vendetta, but no, Heiskanen. I think he is ability to play better. I'm not saying he had a terrible season. I just think that it was a bit of a down year. I think he can rebound a lot this season. Maybe better with a new coach at hand. Heiskanen, though, he does deserve to be on the top 10, though. Like, he is a good defenseman. I just think this is the season. Part of me still thinks he is on that underrated list, too. And Dallas has had some, but I think he was definitely, it was him and Klingberg for sure were, the number 1 and 2 kind of oh, yeah.
Oh, defensive pairing? 100%, yes, for Dallas.
But Heiskanen at number 9 for me, I think he'll have a better season. But, yeah, this season was just a little off. But, I mean, it wasn't even that bad. But, what does it say here for him? Because he had 36 points in 70 games. Sometimes he have more of that offensive ability. He did play 24 minutes and 23 seconds of the ice time.
That's
and he's only 23, so give him some time. But I bet you, before you know it, when he's 25 to 26 to 27 years old, he's gonna be in that top 5.
That's what I was trying to say. Nothing against him. I really do like this defenseman as a young, talented player. Just compared to the rest of the list, I don't think it's as close compared to the rest, and my number 9 was Devon Toews, actually.
All right.
And I got to give a lot of respect to this player. He was with Cale Makar as a line mate. He put up a plus-minus of 52. That's really impressive. And he with 66 games, he put up 57 points, 44 assists, 13 goals, and he's 28. He's in his prime, and there's a reason why that team, Colorado, has a cup, and he should get a lot more respect. And that's why I had to put him at 9. That's what I saw more from him more than Heiskanen.
Yeah.
What he did with the team, and you could even see him succeed his game next season. Even that would be nuts to come from him. But
100%. I mean, if that just imagine any of those players elevate their game even more than last year. That the Avs could just they'll have an ease getting back to the finals, right?
Yeah,
It's crazy to think about that.
And just out of curiosity, who was number 9 on the NHL's list?
It was Washington Capitals defenseman John Carlson.
That's dumb.
I personally disagree with this one. I agree.
Yeah, okay. But are you okay with I put Heiskanen at 10 and I put Toews at number 9 for you?
Okay.
All right. Good to hear. Okay. I guess we'll move on to number 8.
My number 8
Who we got, boy?
I just mixed it on my own thing, but it's supposed to be Charlie McAvoy.
Really? Wow. All right. I'll let you explain. I'll give you.
No, you know what? I'm gonna go back. Chris Letang. It's gonna be my number 8.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
Yes,
all right.
I'm okay. I'm going crazy here. So let me explain Chris Letang, and it's
wow.
He's legendary. He's gonna go to the Hall of Fame. We all know this, but I just think about just the season. Maybe shoot, do I want to switch? No, I'll stick with it. Letang really is. He's still that good. It's maybe because of he's getting older, and I think the Pens just having the core being older is hurting them a little bit. I won't lie. I really do believe that.
So Chris Letang, he put up 68 points in 78 games, 58 assists, 10 goals, and a plus minus 20.
And that's really great. That's impressive.
That is impressive. That's actually why he's lower on my list.
And I love it too, right? Like, especially at his age. I just think that some of these other, I want to give more respect. Like, not more. I just want to give some respect to these other defensemen, right? Like, I think there's one on this list that I put lower, and I really think he deserves to be lower. But I don't have anything bad to say about Letang. I just put him there because maybe I just thought the other players had maybe more impressive seasons.
Maybe.
But it's impressive at the fact alone that he's still doing it at his age like that, right?
Yeah.
But no slander on Letang. I have him at 8. I do.
Yeah, fair enough. And my number 8 is a little bit. I wanted a little bit of a different curve with this, and I went Aaron Ekblad at number 8. Okay. 26 years old, put up 57 points, 42 assists, 15 goals, and 61 games. That's actually really impressive. Almost a point per player as a defenseman, and that's actually really impressive. And he had a plus minus of 38. That impressed me.
That is great. Yeah.
Like great pick from Florida, picking Eric Ekblad a couple years ago, but just I feel like we haven't seen that next step from him. I think there's another step from him that he might be able to take this year, but just based off of last year and what I've seen from the rest of these players on this list, I think he's number 8.
From Ekblad?
Yeah, with Ekblad. I think he hasn't hit that next step of his true potential. He's entering a prime year. He's entering a prime year next year, and that's why I put him at 8.
Okay, well, their number 8 was Devon Taves. It was their number 8. So my number 7 was Charlie McAvoy. Now, I was debating on switching between Letang and McAvoy. I'm just going to put McAvoy at 7. I do think he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He had, I think it was 56 points this season. Let me just double check there. I think it was correct. Yes, he had 56 in 78 games. The defenseman 24, 38 on average for ice time. It was a plus 30 rating. I think that's it. Yeah, plus 31 rating.
Actually.
Yeah. So McAvoy, to me, is still one of the most underrated in the league. Although I think there's actually another defenseman that I'm just coming up here for me that I think is even more underrated. McAvoy being on the young age, like young at that age, I think he will elevate his game even more. Anyone would love him on your team, right? You would love. I don't have a lot of words for McAvoy. I like his play ultimately, but I just think that some of these other defensemen just are on higher on the list because I do think they're just better defensemen. But
yeah. Okay, so that kind of is convenient. That was your number 7, right?
Yeah.
So kind of convenient here, and I think I kind of messed up because now I wish I put Charlie McAvoy like higher than Aaron Ekblad because my number 7 is Charlie McAvoy, and I'm not going to lie, 78 games played, 56 points, plus minus 31. That's still pretty good. And he's 24, so a lot of upside on this kid as well.
100%.
And you're right, love his play, love the way he plays the game, and very talented, got tons of potential, obviously, but I think I messed up. I should have put freaking Eric Ekblad above him.
Yeah.
Shit. Who was number 7 for the NHL?
Number 7 was Aaron Ekblad.
Huh.
Funny.
Really?
Funny, hey?
Okay, that is kind of funny. So, how about this? I'll move Charlie McAvoy to 7.
Has to be 7, yeah. We both
I'll keep both of us at 7 with Charlie McAvoy. And I'll put Chris Letang at 8.
Okay.
I'll put Chris Letang at 8.
Okay.
I'll be okay with that.
Okay.
And then, I'm assuming, who's your number 6?
John Carlson.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's lower, but
wow, okay.
I think he is the most underrated defenseman in the league. He's been with the Caps for so long, and I think he really had a great impact in that 2018 team. I know it's not 2018 anymore, but Carlson, it's just not talked about, but genuinely he's been with that team for a long, long time. I mean, let me just quickly pull up the stats here for Mr. Carlson here, but because he's
73 points, 54 assists, 19 goals, and 78 games. He's put up 73 points as a defenseman. He's 32.
With the Caps 09-10 season, right?
Yep.
He's like there's they have to retire. I think they have to retire his number in whole honesty. Like
honestly?
once he also retires, but he has been there as long as I want to say Nick Backstrom.
Pretty close.
This is when Alexander Semin was on that team, right? Like,
oh my god,
crazy.
yeah, I remember.
He has been so loyal to this franchise, but I mean, like, okay,
such a great defenseman though.
75 points. Like, he's not flashy, but he just does his job. But he can still get the points, right? Like, he assists on a lot of goals and stuff. I mean, I think in the one sense, I think Washington's still not terrible in the defensive category because, I mean, they have him and a young player in Martin Ferravari. I really do see that Carlson, I just think that he deserves to be, gets a bit of acknowledgement because I really do think he's that good of a player. But I mean, hey, if I had it, I'd probably put, would I put Slavin in the number 10? I don't know, man. I'd probably put Slavin like number 11. But yeah, I honestly think Carlson is just higher right now on the tier list, in my opinion.
Okay, so now this is really interesting because my number 6 originally was Chris Letang.
Yeah.
And now that I'm kind of fidgeting and switching this up, my number 6 will be Aaron Ekblad.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I kind of undermined Aaron Ekblad on this list a little bit more than I should have. I'm not going to lie to you. So, how about, so I'll put Aaron Ekblad at 6. And what did the NHL have at 6?
Number 6 was Chris Letang.
Okay, because, I kept Chris Letang at 6 because just on this year, and I thought he played stellar. I love Chris Letang. I love what he does for Pittsburgh. I think he still should have been 6, but I'm okay with 8.
No, he still is so super dominant. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to give more respect to some players. I don't know what I'm trying to do. But
I think I know what you're trying to pull with this one for sure. A little bit, just a little bit. But hey, oh boy, should we move on? I think we should move on to 5 and 4.
Okay, so number 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 5.
Who's your number 5?
Aaron Ekblad. I put him at number 5.
All right, I gotta get some respect
I do
for
love
that.
him. He helps me on the fantasy a lot, and I got him again in fantasy. So there we go. But so with Ekblad, I really do think he not carries. He does not carry. But now that Uyghur's gone, Ekblad to me is that like star of the defensive lines in Florida there. I think he doesn't do it all, and like I can't remember what we said for points, but Ekblad to me deserves a little more respect than what NHL gives him. 57 points in 61 games. Yeah, what was his plus minus here? 38. It's not bad, but I really do think he's dominant. You can see his presence. Like he plays the defensive game very well.
Well, that's why I was talking about Aaron Ekblad like a little bit before. It's nothing I'm not like saying he isn't a great defenseman, but I see there could be that next level of potential for him. I can see another step from him, especially when he's going into his prime years. And that's why I kind of now agree with you, keeping him lower. But I think I'll put him at 6 for me still.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because my number 5 was John Carlson.
Okay.
Because I see what you mean. Very underrated defenseman and has been loyal to Washington for a very long time. And the numbers just say themselves. 73 points, 78 games, plus minus 13, 54 assists, 19 goals. At the age of 32, and he's still putting up these numbers. I still think he's a top 5 defenseman. I think I should at least put him at the top 5, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Nothing against Aaron Ekblad. I could see him totally putting up a 60 to 70 point season, and then I would probably say he's more top 5. But currently, John Carlson beats him by just a little bit. It's like back and forth, but that's where I would put John Carlson at number 5.
Good.
What did the NHL say?
Their number 5 was Charlie McAvoy. Funny how that goes, eh?
Yeah, a little bit. That's a little bit. So here, how about this? On my list, I'll put Aaron Ekblad at 6, John Carlson at 5, and then we'll talk about 4.
Okay, for sure.
Are you okay? That good for you? All
Talk
right.
about 4, hey?
Who is
Number
number
4.
4? I think
I'm gonna pull up my Rice Krispie one for this.
he's finally pulling out the Rice Krispie.
It's Adam Fox.
Boo.
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 So I'm gonna. I can't even open the package correctly. Oh boy.
He's having his depressing Rice Krispie, and I'm honestly going to jump in this conversation too because Adam Fox was number 4 for me as well.
So let me. Hold on.
I 74 points, 63 assists,
Yeah.
11 goals
Yeah.
in 78 games, plus minus of 18, 24 years old. Can I just say the Flames had this player?
Yeah, we did.
We did. We really
And
did.
we booed him. It was good.
Oh, if we booed him, it was great.
Okay.
Damn, why did you want to go play in New York? What was so wrong with us, man?
All jokes aside, with my unprofessionalism here,
Beating a Rice Krispie.
Fox is such a damn good defenseman. I hate it. I
Oh
really
my
do.
God.
Because we could have had it. Because we had him, right?
We did.
I remember watching that game. He, to me, is like Makar in a lot of ways. All right, the way he can skate, he's fast on his feet. His transition game's phenomenal. He's flashy. He can score. He can get up in the rush. He can play defense. New York having him just makes him way better, right? Like
Deadly
this Rangers team is going
defensive-wise.
to go to the Cup Finals. There's no way they don't go to the Cup Finals.
I love how
in
we're
the
talking
next
about the
few whatever.
Rangers in such good ways now.
Because they're good. There's no other way to put it. They're
Even
just
though we
damn good
hate
now.
Adam Fox to
Right?
guts right now.
I mean, I hope we boo him again when he comes back this season.
Oh, damn right we will.
But ultimately, like what else do you say? He's just so good.
You know what?
Like, he's just so young, right? Like, he's just plays his positions as well.
Unbelievable player, and he does deserve to be number 4. I honestly would have put him at 2 if it wasn't cause for 2 other defensemen on this list, but he's a next generational talent like Cale Makar. I hate to say it because he's not on our damn team anymore, but this is such a great player for New York to have because your defense was Trouba. You have Alan Fox now, and that's a driving force to have as a generational defenseman for your team. And oh, that team is so damn good lately. Oh, it just hurts. But honestly, New York kind of deserves it, especially after Henrik Lundqvist.
Forgot he won the Norris.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. He was
Nuts.
number 4 on the NHL list, by the way. So
All right.
There we
I gotta give credit to the NHL for that, and I'm gonna jump in right to number 3 if you're all good with that. So my number 3 on this list was Roman Josi. Oh my God, how do I start off with this player? 96 points in 80 games, plus minus of 13, 73 assists, and 23 goals at 32. Wow, what a player! Like honestly, what a player Roman Josi is, and Nashville, you're lucky. You really are.
Yossi, I feel bad for putting him at number 3 because I think he deserves to have even more praise. He's just that good.
Yeah, I know.
Like Yossi is phenomenal, especially at his age, and he scoring at that rate. I think he deserved the Norris this year, man.
He really did.
I think he honestly did.
He really did.
You know what? Things don't happen.
Nothing against Makar though.
Like Yossi is just. I'm out of words, right? Just because
This guy kind of got
what can you
robbed of
say?
a Norris this year,
he
didn't
really
he?
did. Yeah, he did.
Nothing against Makar though, but just
I just wish
this
he was
man
on the Preds,
wow.
man. But
Just
Yossi
because he's on the Preds.
plays that position just to a team, man.
He really does.
He's got the leadership going.
He's got the size.
He can score. He can do every single thing. That's the thing about the top 4, top 5 here. They can do everything.
That's a coach's
But
dream
Yosi's
of a
do it.
defenseman right
Oh,
there.
yeah, no,
He's
he
got
is.
the size. He can score. He's got the point totals. He's
He
defensively,
really
offensively.
does
It's insane.
keep Nashville on par,
He really, yeah.
right? Like, I'm not saying he carries, but without Yossi, this team is way worse than they are.
Yeah, completely
really
different
are.
team. Really completely different
Yeah.
team with Roman Josi not on it.
And usually you say that about a forward, right? Like, say if McDavid left, like the Oilers, right?
Yeah.
But this is like a defenseman we're talking about.
Exactly.
This is pretty crazy to think about, so.
Yeah, I put Roman Josi at 3. I'm guessing you did as well. I'm going to put him at 3. What the NHL have to say?
Guess who? You're right, Yossi.
Good.
Number
All right.
2.
Oh, actually, I guess we might as well move on to number 1 since it's back and forth. So,
Sure.
I'll just announce it if you.
We all know who it is.
We all know who it is. It's Victor Hedman,
No,
right?
No.
Oh, wait.
No. It's Rasmus Ristolainen.
Ah, damn, you got me, man.
No, who did you say?
Cale Makar, Stanley Cup champion, Norris winner. Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
This guy's generational.
Alberta
especially
boy.
for this season. Yeah, I guess that's why we all got the love for him. But
Yep.
he's
100%.
number one. What a season he's had. He's just so like again, does everything. It's like Adam Fox but flashier even. I think he's almost changing the game.
As a defenseman,
he is.
100%.
Like the way like the player like the way they get up in the rush and the way that they the way that they just skate even like his I can't get over how good he is at skating, man. Because skating is the reason I always say this. Hockey is the toughest sport in the Big Four professional because of the skating aspect, right? That's why I say it's that difficult. The fact that he masters that well, right? And that's dangerous. And man, like he is so good with his stick, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the amount of times you've seen this player specifically use his stick just to poke it away from like 100-point scorers, right?
It's absolutely
it's just
nuts with
crazy.
This player, man.
It is absolutely crazy how it works. He deserves a cup.
He deserves it, and he got it 100%. And
Just all the accolades he got this year.
the second youngest player on this list with 86 points in 77 games. He put up 48 plus minus, 58 assists, and 28 goals. Almost a 30 goal player, almost a 60-point freaking assist man, and almost a 50 plus minus. This man is keeping up on par with McDavid.
No,
Like, it's insane, especially during when you saw in the Western Conference Finals. He was on par and with McDavid whole game.
Yeah.
And then beat him physically. He beat him with his stick.
Yeah.
That is absolute nuts. And he deserves a cup for that. We have 2 Colorado Avalanche in the top 10.
We do.
And they're on the same line.
And then there's a reason why they want to Stanley Cup and will most likely win more.
Defense wins championships.
Yep, forwards give you tickets. Defense win championships.
100%.
Very true.
Even though that line's mostly set in football.
Well, exactly. But ultimately, yeah, so Makar is number 1 on the NHL list. And then number 2, we both have the same. So does the NHL. And it's Victor Hedman.
A lot of respect for Hedman, man.
A lot of respect for Hedman.
Oh my God, 2-time Stanley Cup champion. Was he there for 2015? Or no, they didn't.
He would have been for 15, but yeah, so he's been to the finals 4 times.
Yep.
85 points, 20 goals, 65 assists.
Yep.
So point per game over. First in the position for power play points.
Wow.
That's awesome. 38.
That's amazing.
Tied for first in game-winning goals, 6. 5th in shots on goal, 219, and had a plus 26. That's really low. I think Hedman deserves more. Maybe it's because he's expected of more.
Yeah.
31 years old. It was 11th in the NHL for average ice time per game. 25 minutes and 05.
It is
seconds
weird.
per game.
I didn't expect him to already be 31.
Finalist. I know, it's gone fast, hey?
Yeah, time flies.
But he won the award in 2018 when the Conn Smythe trophies of Playoff in 2020, of course, and helped the Lightning win the Cup for the first 2 consecutive seasons. The accolades show exactly what he is. I mean, I don't think Tampa is nearly as good without Hedman, right? He is that cornerstone of the defense, and honestly, cornerstone of that. Is one of the cornerstones of that team.
That is actually very true.
He's just so good, right? Like, and it's funny to see like the Cup finalists have two players from the Cup finalists this year, right? But it shows.
Yeah.
Right. And yes, Hedman is easily a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think a lot of these we're talking about right now are going to be first ballot Hall of Famers. But Hedman, like, I just instantly think, man, when he retires, the praise he's going to get, like he's on like
he deserves it.
Yeah,
he really does deserve that praise because like it's just kind of like Roman Yossi's sense of a big-bodied defenseman that could play the puck offensively and defensively so well, and both of these guys are in their 30s. And then you look at the other 2 that were in the top 4, and they're like the next upcomings, 24, 23. Like, it is insane just like the mix of age and player itself in the top 5 alone.
Yeah.
It's so different.
It's a lot of young, like a lot of up and coming, not even their prime, and a lot of just getting past their prime, but that's how you know that they're elite.
Yeah.
Because they're getting past their prime and they're still producing like they're 24.
Exactly.
25.
It's insane to see these players still up here. And Stanley Cup champion Cale Makar is number 1, and I totally get why, to be honest.
No, 100%.
And hey guys, that's our list. Top 10 defensemen. If you guys like it, I hope you did. If you don't like it, well, deal with it. It's our list and our opinions. But hey guys, if you did like this, please drop it down in the comments. And guys, top 10 goalies is next. Ooh,
I'm excited for that one,
I'm
actually.
really excited for this one because we're going to have a harder debate about that one than we did with this one. And I hope you guys did enjoy. If you do like this episode, please leave a like, leave a comment, and please subscribe. Support the channel. That'll be much appreciated. T-Dog, right back to you.
All right, perfect. Yeah, well, thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to or watching this episode. Again, if you like it, smash the like button. Comment down what you guys think. Give us your opinions on your list. And hey, keep on shoveling your driveway in the free world. Have a good one.
Peace.